Okay, this tutorial is how to make the oatmeal refrigerator cups, and the specific one that we're going to do today is the raspberry vanilla oatmeal cups. So my beautiful little assistant right here will be helping with her hands that look dirty, but they're clean because they're stained a little bit. So she's going to be helping. She just washed her hands. All right, so the first thing that we do is get our ingredients all together. So we've got all of our ingredients together. We have got our oatmeal. That is actually, in this bottle here is coconut milk that we squeezed fresh from a coconut. So that's a whole different tutorial. And then we've got our Greek yogurt that we made in our yogurt thing. We have our chia seeds of vanilla, pure vanilla, raspberry puree, and honey for sweetener. So we've got that all set up already. So now we'll show you how to put it all together. It's very easy. The first thing you're going to put in there is 1/4 cup of oatmeal. You're going to put the 1/4 cup of oatmeal in the bottom. So we're going to make 4 at one time. We like to make them, and then you can actually freeze these if you want. But we eat them so fast we never have a chance. Just one in each cup. We never have a chance to freeze them because we eat them so quickly. So we've got these cute little containers that we put them in, and we just stick them right in the freezer. I mean, in the refrigerator. So we're putting 1/4 cup of oatmeal, uncooked oatmeal. The only kind we can get here is like the minute kind, but they say don't use that kind. Use the regular long cooked kind because it has more nutrients in it. It's not as processed. Or you can use the steel cut oatmeal. That's really good as well. I haven't tried it yet, but I can't wait to try the steel cut oatmeal. It's got more of a nutty flavor, and it's more of the whole grain, so it's crunchier, and well, not crunchier, but chewier. And so that is what I would like to use next time. Okay, so we got the 1/4 cup of oatmeal in there. Now we're going to do 1/3 cup of milk. Now you can use skim milk, or like I said, we are using coconut milk is what we're using. So it actually does not taste like coconut at all. So that's what we're using here. Hold this and I'll pour it. I'll pour it. Okay, so we're going to put 1/3 cup of coconut milk in each one. Pour it in there. Oops, just pour it on the table there. Sorry about that, Hopi. Next one, put it over the next one. All right, so the coconut milk will actually separate in the refrigerator. So we have to shake that up before we... Here, let me get these, Hopi. We have to shake that up before we use it. But it looks just like regular milk. I have not used it in cereal yet, but they say that it's really good in cereal. Just a dab more right there. All right, we're making a little bit of a mess there, but that's okay. All right, so that's our coconut milk. And the next thing we're going to do is 1/4 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt. And like I said, we actually have to make our own here because we can't buy Greek yogurt. So here is our Greek yogurt. We're going to do 1/4 cup in each one. And we might run out here, so spoons are down there. So just measure that out. 1/4 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt. And that gives some weight to it. Instead of using the regular yogurt and you don't have so much liquid in there, the Greek yogurt gives some weight to it. Plus, you know, Greek yogurt has a lot more protein in it. So it gives it, I think we only have enough Greek yogurt right here to make 2. So we'll put the other 2 on hold until our other Greek yogurt gets finished draining in the refrigerator. Okay, so let's put these on hold. We'll put those over there. We'll finish those in a little bit. Okay, we got that, Hopi?
Yep.
All righty, let me see this. Let me get a little bit more out of here. I like to get all the goodness out. Don't want to waste anything of our Greek yogurt. And like I said, this is plain flavored. You can, if they had vanilla flavored here, I would get vanilla flavored, but they don't. And we put vanilla in here anyway, so that's all right. It works out. Okay, so we got the yogurt in there. The next thing we're going to add is 1½ teaspoons of, oops, I'm spilling milk. 1½ teaspoons of chia seeds. Chia seeds. Yay for chia seeds. So this is actually 1/2 teaspoon here. So we're going to put how many in there, Hopi?
3.
3 scoops of this in there. That will make 1½. And let me show you. Whoa. That's. She wanted to put the big end of the cup in there. I don't think we need that many chia seeds. Okay, the little end goes in here. You shake it off, and this is what the chia seeds look like. They just little tiny seeds, and once, okay, 3 in each cup. Once the liquid mixes with the chia seeds, it gelatinizes, so it becomes like little tiny balls of gelatin, almost like, I would say, tapioca, almost the texture of like tapioca. Okay, so that's 3 in that one. Put 3 in the other one. 1, 2, 3. All right, and the recipe actually calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla, but I like the vanilla taste a lot, so I put 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla in there. It's not too strong, so wait, let me shake it. Hold it and I'll pour it. Okay, so I put 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla in there, which is 1/2 a teaspoon here.
You want and I do want.
And sometimes a little bit more. Hope's getting really good at this. She's going to be able to make them on her own before too long. All right, so we got that. And then the next thing we put in there is, in this particular recipe, raspberry puree. We actually took whole raspberries and pureed them ourselves. So we don't have all the preservatives and additives that you have when you buy, like jam or puree or something like that. So this says tablespoon of raspberry jam, preservatives, or spread, or like I said, puree. Okay, so we are actually going to put 2 tablespoons because we like the raspberry puree. Careful, go, go, go. 1, 2. We like to have that rich raspberry taste. So when you look at the recipe card, so because we put a little more raspberry in there and 1/4 of a teaspoon more vanilla, the nutritional information may be off just a little bit, but it's not going to be that much because this is pure raspberry puree, and I strained it to get the seeds out. So it's going to be a little bit more on the nutritional content, but not much. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that. And then also, this recipe does not call for honey, but what I found, I am fine with it without the sweetener, but the kids, get the honey, the kids really don't care for it that much without the sweetener. So I found, and I didn't want to use regular white table sugar because of obvious reasons, how bad it is for you and stuff. So what I tried is supplementing honey for the sugar, or instead of putting table sugar in there. There's a lot of different, of course, ideas about what you can do. And I forgot to take the paper off this honey, which is why it's taken me forever to get the honey. Go get me the scissors, please. Of course, if you look on the computer, people use stevia. Stevia is a really popular one. But a lot of people will say that the stevia leaves a bad aftertaste. I've never used a pure stevia. I would like to try it. But I have heard that it kind of leaves a bitter aftertaste. And that's why some people don't prefer to use it. All the other ones out there, the Truvia and stuff like that, they all have additives in them and stuff. So you have to be real careful when you use that. If you don't have honey on hand, the other night I was making it and I didn't have any honey on hand. So I used Karo syrup and that worked. Wait a second, I gotta take the paper out of here. The Karo syrup worked. Of course, that's gonna have more of a sugar content. That's gonna have more of a sugar content than natural honey. And I actually did find organic honey here. So we're going to put a tablespoon of honey in each one. Here. And my little assistant here is going to do that. So fill it up with a tablespoon. And since her fingers are, wait a minute, not quite. Since her fingers are clean, she's going to just scoop it out with her fingers. Okay. She's scooping that out into the bowl. Okay. Now in the other one, another tablespoon. Or not another tablespoon, but put a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon in there. And this just gives it a sweetness. Sometimes I put less in mine, but the ones I make for the kids especially, I'll put the 1 tablespoon of honey in it. And they really like it that way. Hope he loves these. She eats them in the car on the way to school for breakfast if she gets up late. Okay, so that's it. Now Hope's going to take it and stir it up real good. Show you how you do that, or you can put the lid on and shake it, either one, but she likes to stir it. Get that good old raspberry puree mixed in there. Get all along the edges, the sides, and the edges. Get all that stuff mixed up good. And when it sits in the refrigerator overnight, it's kind of liquidy right now, as you can tell by the way she's stirring it. But when it sits in the refrigerator overnight, those oats, the oatmeal, and the chia seeds are going to soak up that coconut milk and the vanilla and all that good stuff, and the honey that's going to soak it up, and it's going to become more like a yogurt texture. So it's really good. So that is it. And let me show you a finished product. Top shelf of the refrigerator is one that's done. Top shelf of the refrigerator is one that's already done. Get it?
What? Of what?
These. Talking to my assistant here. We didn't have this all set up. So, yeah. So that's kind of what it looks like. The texture when you first get it done. Kind of like a soup, like a soupy oatmeal. Okay, so she's going to stir up the other one. And then let me show you the difference. Hand me the other spoon, Hopi, please.
Mama, they're different.
Okay, let me see the
I
spoon.
wonder what I know is
Well, when you mix the puree in more, it's going to be more dark. Okay, so here's the finished product, the last one we have in the refrigerator for now. You can see it's more gelatinized or more yogurtized. See how that is? And it's really, really good. So, that's good. All right, so that's it. Easy peasy. There's several different recipes that you can use too. We have made the coconut pineapple, the pina colada one with coconut milk and pineapple. It was good, but we still prefer the raspberry the best. And like I said, if you strain out the raspberry seeds, then it's better. But that's it. So try it, enjoy it. I think you'll like it. Play around with different flavors, and let us know what you think about it. All right, there it is. Hopi's finished products. Thanks. See you later.